Welcome to Total Retail Talks, your podcast channel for retail knowledge.
Hello, retail professionals, and welcome to episode 35 of Total Retail Talks. I'm Joe Keenan, Executive Editor of Total Retail. Today I'm joined by Jeff Milbourne, Director of E-commerce at Marmot, a retailer of high-quality technical apparel and equipment for outdoor enthusiasts. We're going to be discussing how a new personalization solution is helping Marmot create a better shopping experience for its customers and ultimately driving more sales for the brand. Thanks for joining me, Jeff.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me, Joe.
So my first question, Jeff, can you talk a little bit about the shopping experience for your customers prior to Marmot started using this new personalization from Reflection?
Sure. The shopping experience is one that was very typical of e-commerce experience that's found across many retailers, where the user's intent wasn't necessarily known. And our goal was to customize the consumer's interactions with the brand in order to make them more relevant to their needs or interests. And we felt with a one-to-one personalization platform, it would promote an experience of discovery that would impact the user's shopping experience in a deep and meaningful way.
Can you talk about what about Reflection's platform was attractive to Marmot?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, they have a guarantee of a minimum lift in conversion rate of 10%. And of course, I think any retailer is going to find that attractive. But one of the things about their platform that was very unique to them is their individual site search widget. And we did quite a bit of research on different personalization platforms, and that particular widget we found to be very profound in terms of the user experience, and we've seen the results in support of that.
That's a good segue for my next question. Can you talk about some of the particular ways that Marmot is now able to personalize the shopping experience for its customers? Maybe that search widget that you talked about, some other ways that you feel like you're providing a better experience for visitors to the site.
Absolutely. So within the e-commerce conversion funnels, you have your specific key points, such as the product page, such as the cart page. And by placing these personalized widgets, we have the opportunity for the individual to be able to explore the depth of the Marmot product line. But in addition, it's, again, in support of the discovery process. Individuals will have recommendations based upon their behavior and their true intent and interest.
Can you talk about some of the data then that comes into play as far as driving the personalization? Is it, standard browse and purchase history? What is some of the data that you're looking at and is being pushed through to give that personalized experience?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, one of the aspects of their platform is we provide a product feed, and then within that product feed, they're serving up results, and then based upon the user's click behavior, the Reflection has an artificial intelligence machine learning that does all of the magic behind the scenes and can really surface the user's interest and true intent and serve relevant results back to the consumer. So I like to think of the analogy of walking into a brick and mortar retail store, knowing that I want to purchase a jacket, and the Reflection platform would be similar to a salesperson that knows my interests and intent and is able to personalize recommendations based upon, my past behavior.
Another question around that, and I like the example of the retail store. How about click behavior on mobile too? Is that then carried over? Is it across device that you're looking at? So if a customer is starts their purchase journey and looking at product on their mobile phone, then comes through the desktop site, are you then able to identify that same customer and give them that personalized shopping experience?
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that's unique to the Reflection experience is that it maintains that history of the user's behavior. So regardless of which device they're viewing the site, when they return to the store, the same recommendations and the same intent and interest is already known to the platform. So yes, it's cross-device.
Can you talk about how long have you been using this solution from Reflection, and then two, what are the business benefits that you've realized?
Absolutely. We've started the pilot program in January and officially launched the platform in late January, I believe, January 22nd. We've seen some remarkable results from the platform. One of them is the conversion rate has increased by 13% across the board. But we also saw some other very, very interesting metrics, which I think is important to surface. By merely having the product recommendation widget, say, for example, on the PDP page, the product detail page, we immediately saw a decrease in 13% in bounce rate. Furthermore, we saw a 10% decrease in exit rate, which is pretty remarkable. In addition to that, when you examine the data based upon engagement, when users actually engaged with the widgets, we saw a 27% increase in AOV.
Yeah, and I would imagine, obviously, you're still new to the platform, but one would think that the better experience the customer has, then the more likely there are to come back and buy again. Are you is that something you're looking into, trying to kind of look at that lifetime value of the customer?
Absolutely. We're keeping a very close eye on that, and looking for, a couple of KPIs. Specifically, are the number of items being added to a user's basket increasing? Are we seeing an increase in repeat purchases per user? So, it's still a little bit early in the game. We're building up those analytics and to have a baseline. And, right now, all of the metrics are going in the right direction.
Question, Jeff. Can you talk about what Marmot is planning to continue to do as it looks to, further improve the digital shopping experience?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a variety of initiatives that we have on the roadmap, and one of them deals specifically with Reflection. Reflection is rolling out their personalization platform for email. So we will be able to personalize product assortments within the email. And as everybody knows, in this day and age, everything's mobile first. So we really want to capitalize on that opportunity. A few other things that we're doing that deals with the Reflection experience. We talked about these significant increases in KPIs when users are engaging with the widgets. So I like to say that Reflection has given us the tools. Now it's our jobs to put those tools front and center, and from a design perspective, from a layout perspective, from a UX perspective, to increase the level of engagement, because we know when individuals engage with those widgets, the conversion rate goes up, the AOV goes up, it's benefits all around. A few other items that we are going to be rolling out in the near future is on-model product photography, and we're also going to be testing on-model 360-degree video.
Great. Well, some exciting stuff happening at Marmot. So I want to take this opportunity to thank Jeff Milburn of Marmot for his time. Please check out our podcast channel page, mytotalretail.com/podcasts, for show notes. Total Retail Talks is available on iTunes and Stitcher, but make sure to subscribe on our podcast channel page as well. Lastly, please follow us on Twitter at mytotalretail or on Facebook at facebook.com/mytotalretail. Thanks, and I look forward to you joining us on the next episode of Total Retail Talks.